Hey guys, this is Mark, and this is the first episode of Mark Reads Comics. Today we're checking out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles vs. Street Fighter Issue 1. We'll check out the general synopsis and then go over my thoughts. The issue starts with Guile taking a big green fist to the face. There's a Street Fighter tournament going on in Atlantic City, which pits Raphael against Guile. Raphael has Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Jenica in his corner, while Guile has Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li by his side. As they fight, Bison and Baxter Stockman are watching over the tournament. Bison seems particularly interested in Raphael, but Baxter has had enough of the Turtles and warns him to keep them out of their plans. Mikey runs into Chun-Li as they both go for snacks. A woman gives Leonardo a paper asking for help, says a member of her family has gone missing since the tournament. Bison has seen enough, so he tells the ref to end the fight. The referee says the rap hit Guile in the throat, so it's a penalty. Therefore, Guile advances in the tournament. Both fighters want to continue, but the fight is over. The Turtles walk through the casino, and Raph mentions that they enter the tournament looking for the best fighters. Raphael storms off to look for Guile to get a rematch, and the others just let him go to vent. The next match is Chun-Li versus Mikey. Chun-Li dazzles Mikey with her kicks, and Mikey is too much of a gentleman to fight back. Chun-Li leaps up and crushes Mikey's head between her thighs, which I'm sure would make many people happy out there, and the Ninja Turtle taps out. Later on, the Street Fighters are hanging out, and Guile is also angry that he won by default, says he also wanted to challenge the strongest fighters around. Raphael shows up, and Guile is more than eager to continue where they left off. As Raph and Guile fight it out in the streets, Bison is watching and is very interested in unlocking Raphael's hidden psycho power. And now for my thoughts. So far the story has my interest, but the characterization for the Street Fighters is pretty off. I know this is meant to take place during the Street Fighter 2 era, where we didn't have much of a story yet like we do now, but I kinda wish they at least consulted Udon or something. The Udon comics have always done a great job keeping the Street Fighter characters as faithful to the games as possible. One small example is Guile. He's a military guy, but he's not an actual tournament fighter. I mean, he only enters the tournament to look for Bison and avenge his friend, not just for fun and to challenge the strongest or whatever. And it also is kind of weird seeing everyone being so buddy-buddy. You know, Ryu and Ken, yeah, they're best buds. Chun-Li and Guile, they kind of have a professional relationship because they're both after Bison. But seeing all four of them like buddy-buddy, I don't know, it just looks a bit off. While it's cool to see the Turtles finally fight without their weapons, it is kind of weird to see the Street Fighters fight without their special moves. I guess you can say that Raph can't cheat with his Sai, just like how Guile can't end the fight quickly with a flash kick. The crossovers usually use different versions of the Turtles, but the appearance of Jenica makes it very clear that it's the IDW versions of them, even though the story may not be canon in their comic. In case you're wondering why the Turtles are able to walk around Atlantic City without turning heads, it's because at this point in the story, a mutagen bomb went off, creating a whole bunch of mutants in New York to the point that their existence became common knowledge. They all live in a part of town called Mutant Town. Speaking of Jenica, I kind of wonder why she's here. So far the tournament seems to be more of a WWE Survivor Series. It's like Team Turtle versus Team Street Fighter, but you have 4 Street Fighters and you have 5 Turtles. Like, who is Jenica gonna fight? I know she didn't come here just to watch. Like, she is gonna fight, right? And, I mean, if it was up to me, I would have added Cammy to the Street Fighter gang. But if you wanted to be real strict to just Street Fighter 2 the World Warrior, Blanca would have worked too. I mean, having the Street Fighter green guy going up against the Turtles would have been awesome. I did like the timing of the TMNT X Street Fighter promotion that they're having over at Street Fighter 6. It's just perfect timing for this with the comic book and everything. But as for the book itself, it is pretty interesting though. It's enough to kind of get my curiosity going. You know, I like the idea of the Turtles fighting against the Street Fighters, but the only thing is that, you know, since the Street Fighter characters aren't properly characterized and they don't have like their special moves and stuff, like it almost feels like the Turtles are just fighting, you know, some guys and stuff like that. And I guess they wanted to do it like the super realistic route or something. They didn't want to, I guess, explain how Guile can throw sonic booms and how Ryu and Ken can throw Hadoukens and stuff like that. But I mean, that's what they're known for, guys. And even lots of the guest covers and stuff have like Ryu and Ken in the Hadouken pose and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know about that, but I'm still very curious to see what happens. It's kind of like I believe it's a 4 or 5 part series. I'll be probably getting the rest. But you guys tell me what you think. Put your comments and your thoughts and whatnot down below. See what happens with this. In general, the fighting's pretty cool. You know, good fight choreography, good artwork. The characters drawn pretty well. I mean, there's a couple of panels where the characters are drawn a bit weird or a bit off here and there, but other than that, I mean, art's, you know, it's pretty passable and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm kind of curious how this goes, like where the story is going. But I do wish the Street Fighter characters were portrayed a lot better. I know they're like the special guest stars, like IDW does the Turtles, and the Street Fighters are just they're making a cameo here. But I kind of wish it was more of a, you know, Capcom slash Udon like collaboration, not just giving the rights to the characters, but making sure the characters are acting properly and stuff like that, right? But yeah, that's how it goes to the crossover events. I'm still gonna check out the rest though, and we'll see how it goes. So this is Mark from Mark Reads Comics. See y'all next time.